Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. Let's get to it. So before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week, ooh, okay, no, too many. In fact, no, it was only two. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the one that was face up. And the one that was face up for you is Judgment. So there is a final moment reached this week, my dear Geminis. There is going to be something that you reach the point of no return with. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually a really good thing because it means that your path is now starting to be defined to you more clearly. This is you really starting to realize where you're moving ahead with something in all of these different areas of life that we're going to look at, and where it is that you're actually ready to say, you know what, I've put enough time and effort into that and it's no longer relevant or worth it. This is where you get to see this is a clear week, right? When it comes to sight, I mean, your ruler Mercury is now direct in the sign of its exaltation, so it's doing really good work once more. This is great. This is a really strong understanding of where you go from here. So I love that. I really love that, actually, for a lot of you, especially for a certain couple of Geminis that I am friends with. I think this is going to be a good week for you guys in that regard. Okay, so for your actions and options this week, you've got the Chariot card. Look at that. Victory, success, moving ahead. And you know what? Because you've got the Judgment card here, this feels to me like it's not too far, because sometimes when we see the Chariot, you're like, okay, maybe you need to slow down a little. This is not one of those times. This is one of those times where your victory and success is basically all but assured, and you can move ahead. You can move ahead with, not only with strength and vigor, excuse me, but you can move ahead knowing and sure in yourself because you've done the work, right? This is where you're going to start to see the results and the rewards of efforts and energies that you've already put out into the world start to come back to you. This is where you get the success from the hard work that you've done. You made the right judgment calls, you put the hard work in, and now you're starting to see the success that comes from that hard work. I love this for you guys, and I actually think it's going to be a really great week in that regard. Now, in terms of the options that are available to you, some of you, it looks like you're planning a trip here. It's only in the planning stages. It doesn't look like there's anything concrete or any solid plans. What I will say is the destination seems to be fixed. So it's like you know where you're heading or where it is that you want to go, but you haven't quite sort of pinned down the when, as it were. So really nice. For your communications and conversations, you have the Temperance card. So the Temperance card with the Judgment card, that's a heavy Sagittarius energy to start with. It also suggests that your communications this week, there's a lot of deliberation going on. There's a lot of you having conversations that are healing the past in some way, which could be really powerful. And it's going to be through your words and your communications and conversations that powerful shifts are likely to take place. So I'm here for it. Now, for those of you that are studying or in academia of some sort, this with the Judgment card means that you are ready to really commit yourself to your studies. And I got to tell you, if you're starting your first year of uni, your second year, whatever year of studies you're starting, you are absolutely going to fucking ace it. You are going to knock it out of the park. I mean, look, you've got the Chariot, that's victory and success. You've got this with the Temperance card. Whatever tests, exams, or the like that you have to take over the next, I'm going to say over the next year, to incorporate all short courses and stuff as well, you are going to knock it out of the park. Stick to your guns, stick to your path. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, I actually really love this for that as well. There's some kind of elevation that comes here, but it's going to come, it won't come before the next crisis. It looks like you spent a lot of time putting out sort of multiple issues and fires and all the rest of it through your work or your job. And maybe you're just like, yeah, it's just another routine run-of-the-mill one. The next thing that pops up, and I gotta say this is likely to come within the next 2 to 3 months, The next one that pops up at work at work or through work is actually this is going to be the one that puts you on the map, where your boss says, you know what, you've done way much more than your job description. You go above and beyond consistently. I have to give you something. It's going to look like either a promotion or maybe even just like a discretionary pay rise. There's some really great news coming through the work here in relation to hard work and effort that you've already done, where you've been fixing things that aren't really yours to fix. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, same kind of energy, only the difference here is your client base is about to shift or change. You're going to start, the people that you've worked with, the people that you've helped, the people that you've healed through whatever it is that you do through your work, are going to really come through for you because of the advancements that they make. And once they've done that, it looks like you're coming in for a new round of clients, but they're going to be very different to the people that you had before, where maybe you had people that you really had to push over the finish line. This time you're getting people that basically are like, well, I'm already near the finish line. I just need someone to give me that final sort of assistance or push. So I love it. It's like you're not having to work so hard anymore. It's just going to be free and easy and fun, and potentially even, there's going to be a lot of spiritual energy that comes out of this as well, for whatever your business is, right? For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this, I think, for a lot of you is dealing with some kind of chronic health issue that you've had, something that has either come up before. It's like this time you find a permanent solution for it, which is great, or at least a long-term management solution. For your love and relations, you've got the Seven of Cups. So what do we see here? The Chariot card is number 7. The 7 of Cups, obviously the number 7. 2 sevens represents news. I got to be honest, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, you are learning something about a partner this week from somebody else. Just because it's the 7 of Cups, so it's a potential that maybe your partner says to you, oh no, I stopped smoking, I don't do that anymore. And then maybe a friend comes to you and says, oh, I ran into your other half the other day and they were smoking. Like, have they always smoked or whatever? And you're like, it could be something like that. I don't see it being anything like scary or nefarious, like they're cheating or anything like that. I do see it being something that you had maybe both consciously agreed that they won't do anymore. And then it's like kind of you catch them with their hand in the cookie jar. So it's, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like a slap on the wrist offense, as opposed to, they're cheating on you and they're going to leave you, and it's not all of that. All right. This could also be potentially, for those of you that are partnered, maybe your partner is helping somebody, whether financially, maybe they're talking to a friend or a sibling again after that person did them a wrong, and you guys had agreed, like, I won't speak to them anymore, I won't give them money anymore, and then you catch them out doing it again. All right, there's obviously something deeper than that, and obviously this person cares a lot more about this person, not than you or your relationship, but they care more about this person than you realize, because otherwise they wouldn't go back to helping them or speaking to them, right? So there's something that needs to be explored. For those of you that are single and ready to mingle and looking, baby, it could be that you are meeting, connecting with, or aligning yourself with somebody who works in the medical profession. Somebody who is a doctor, somebody that is a nurse, somebody that has like a healing profession in some way, shape or form, could be your significant other in the making. For your money and materials, you've got the 10 of Swords. So this is an impasse, right? So remember what I was saying about a partner. It does look like it's finances. So if your partner was, giving their sibling money, or their child, or a friend, or their parent, or whatever the case might be, and it's like you said to them, listen, they're taking advantage of you, enough now. They stopped, and then it started back up again. I'm sorry to say, it does look like there might be a heated discussion around something like that. Again, don't take it personal, just try to understand why they're going down that route again. I will say as well, there's a chance for you to mend this, like your personal finances won't be taking an upswing this week, but they will in the future because of the elevation that's happening with or through your work. So either which way, I mean, another way that this potentially shows up as well, you're shutting down not an income stream, but an income drain. So like maybe you've got a subscription of some sort that you don't use. Maybe you've got, you know, a treatment that you paid for that you haven't got, like get a refund. You actually will be able to do that this week as well. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, your back, as in your physical back. Now, this coupled with the Temperance card, this week, I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, but if you've got any ailments, I would go to an acupuncturist. The results that you get this week could be absolutely phenomenal. And then when it comes to your, I love acupuncture, by the way. I discovered an acupuncturist about 6 months ago at this point. And I already told him, like, dude, you are not going anywhere from my life. Like, those sessions have been invaluable to me. Now, when it comes to your home and environment, I mean, the Geminis have been threatening you guys with moving for the longest time. But this could be a development around that with the Seven of Cups in tow as well. If you are looking around the living situation, it looks like you've got too many options, and that's creating a bit of a spiral in the universe, right? If you're finding you can't hammer a place down, it's probably because you've got too many thought fingers in too many thought pies, if that makes sense. Anyway, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.